Hi, and welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine, your go to platform for ambitious women who are ready to take the business world by storm. I'm your host, Angel France, and each week we'll dive into the latest strategies, stories, and success secrets from the most inspiring female entrepreneurs around the world. Welcome to the Real Female Entrepreneurs. Today's guest is rewriting what sexual wellness looks like in the digital age. She's a licensed professional counselor, certified sex therapist, and a founder of Sex Therapy Pro, the first AI powered platform making expert, shame free support accessible to all. With years of clinical experience and a passion for breaking taboos, she's on a mission to create a safe space for everyone around sexual health, making expert resources accessible in a stigmatized space while empowering people with tools to heal and thrive sexually. She's also the CEO of Cushing Counseling, a speaker and an advocate for inclusive affirming care. Please help me welcome the trailblazer herself, Vanessa Cushing. Welcome, Vanessa.
Thank you for having me.
You are just so much fun. I just spoke to you a little bit and I this is going to be so much fun. I need you to explain first off your AI powered platform. Can you explain that to us?
I can. So, what I'm trying to do is I took the problem of, I'll just ask you a question. How about that?
Okay.
Little dialogue. Have some fun with it. Where do you go when you feel shame and guilt around sex?
Where do I go? To my bed.
And how does it feel when you're in that bed?
Oh, it's all comfy. It's cozy. I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's isolating, kind of.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't have a place to go where they feel shame and guilt around sex, or if they have a question around sex that needs a personalized answer. So, what I did to kind of solve that problem was I created a LLM, a custom LLM. So, instead of like open AI that pulls from like a lot of different sources, this one only pulls from the sources that I provided to it. So, I provided this large language model with around 5,000 resources. So every resource that I gained becoming a therapist and then becoming a sex therapist, I put into this model and then trained it to kind of respond the way that I would respond. So this AI pretty much has my brain in it. It has an education from Johns Hopkins and now a certification from the University of Michigan in sex therapy and
Wow.
many years of clinical experience.
Wow. So, okay, just like I go in and I want to ask it a question
Yeah.
re- regarding sex.
Yeah.
Okay. I can go in, exit that question, and it'll come back and give me almost a therapy like answer.
Yeah, it should give you the response that I would give you.
Oh,
Anything, any question. And that's what makes it so different, different from anything else on the market is that it's personalized. You could be having ED from a cancer treatment, and not really know what to do. You can go in there and figure it out.
wow.
Yeah, completely personalized.
Wow. And I mean, there's so many people that have questions around
Oh, yeah.
ED. I mean, so many.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it can happen for so many reasons,
Yeah.
and, when it starts happening, the woman sometimes might feel like, "Oh, it's me." Well, go in there and talk to it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think I trained it to, one, not blame yourself and also not blame your partner too. I think when it comes to sex therapy, a lot of people blame themselves, and that's not gonna do anyone any good. So go in there, ask the questions, and it's gonna give you a response like me.
When you go in there, just say, "Hey, Vanessa."
"Hey, got a question. I need your help."
"Yay, help me." Okay. If you don't mind, what brought you into this industry, becoming the sex therapist that you're known for and you're fabulous for?
Well, it's a really good question. I think from a very early age, I always knew I wanted to be a therapist. My parents had a pretty nasty divorce, and I did not have a great upbringing. And I saw a lot of therapists and a lot of really shitty therapists. And then I had one really great therapist who really changed my life. And ever since I met with her, I was like, I knew I wanted to become a therapist. And then as I was in college, I had an experience with sexual trauma. And that's when I knew I wanted to become a sex therapist. I never wanted anyone to feel alone or feel the same way that I did during that experience. And I was like, that's where I kind of got the sex therapy from, but it's sexual trauma therapy. But you have to become a sex therapist and a trauma therapist to be able to do sexual trauma therapy. But then along the way, I was like, wait a second. This is kind of fun. Like talking about the sex stuff, I was like, oh, I like talking about this because what's interesting about sex is that nobody talks about sex until you start talking about sex, and then people can't stop talking about sex.
And that's what brought you into this. That is amazing. Okay. Why go out on your own and not work in a counseling group with others?
So I did work in a counseling group with others.
Mhm.
I worked for a private practice in Virginia, and honestly, they weren't paying me enough. And I wanted to make more money, and they wouldn't give me I felt an equitable split. I thought the practice was good and everything, but I was like, I want a little bit more, and I also want to create a practice that is me, that is up to a clinical standard that is so high to achieve, that is like I wanted to have I don't know the right word for it, but like integrity. I wanted to have integrity in my practice, and I wanted people to know that if they came to see me and came to my practice, they would see results. And I don't think every other therapy practice can say that.
That is truly amazing because results are really hard. Even with sex therapy as a counselor, that's really hard. I mean, I've been to a sex therapist before with an
Mhm.
ex-husband, and it's really hard. I mean,
Yeah.
there's always a challenge or 2 or 3 that are going on,
Yeah.
always.
And couples therapy is especially hard because you've got two people with
Mhm.
different worldviews and all the things that are going on in each other's lives. And then you've got the relationship. So really you have three clients in the room.
Yeah, you're right. That is it.
Yeah.
100%. Okay. So this all happened, you transitioned into being the entrepreneur that you are,
Yeah.
and, that's one reason people become an entrepreneur is because they wanna make more money and they
Yeah.
want to create their own label of what
Mhm.
they want to give people satisfaction. So, if anybody's having trouble, you go to Vanessa, she's gonna fix it. So, what about a letter to your younger self? What would you tell her?
Just keep going.
Mm.
Just keep going. Like emotions and everything is a roller coaster. And
Mm.
just keep going and just keep working hard and do so much volume that it would be unreasonable for you to not succeed.
Okay, you just said a very important word to me, volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just too much volume for you not to succeed.
Yeah,
Oh my
do
god.
so much that it would be impossible for you not to succeed.
And
I
that
think
means there's no way they'd give up.
yeah,
No way.
no. And do so much more than you think you needed to do. I think people think they need to do a little bit. You need
Mm.
to do 20 times more, 1,000 times more,
So whatever you do, don't 10 times it, do 100 times it, 1,000 times it.
1,000 times the effort. And you would be surprised with how much you can actually do.
All right, let's talk about a strategy, a decision, or a habit you made that actually changed your business and had it take that 100-time leap or 1,000-time leap and grow.
There's a quote that, Eliud Kipchoge, he's the fastest marathon runner in the world. He ran a marathon under 2 hours. One quote that he said that really stuck with me, "If you wanna go fast, go alone. If you wanna go far, go together."
Mm.
So I think it is the relationships you create with other people and mentorship from others and creating almost like a co-founder relationship, especially if you're in tech. Like you need someone by your side, you need someone on your team to help you get far in this. Like it's a very lonely and isolating journey to be an entrepreneur in a startup, But I think when you have a team and you have people by your side, it's not as lonely as it might seem at the beginning.
Yep, I agree. All right. So we know there's tons of myths out there about being a business owner and
Mhm.
an entrepreneur and different things like that. What is one thing that you wish most entrepreneurs would kick to the curb and stop believing?
I think it's the self-limiting beliefs. I think we all have beliefs in our mind about ourselves and about what we can do. And I think the biggest piece of advice I would give to them is look at those beliefs and really investigate if they are valid or not. Like, I think a self-limiting belief that I had for a long time was, "Oh, I didn't go to business school, so I can't create a roadmap, and I need someone to create a roadmap for me." When in reality, I knew how to make the roadmap the whole time. It was just I needed the confidence, and I needed to really investigate that belief, like, I know what I'm doing, just execute it and just do it, and stop doing this to yourself.
And it's a mind game, isn't it?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think, everyone could start a business, but not everybody can convince their mind that they will be successful at it.
that is true.
Yeah.
'Cause yeah, because you can start it and it fail and then you just give up.
I think another big thing is the woman in the red dress. It's like I think a lot of entrepreneurs start something and then, like, they're so excited to start it, you have that entrepreneurial spirit, and then you get into it and you're like, "Holy shit, this is so much harder than I expected it to be," and then you go into, like, a pit of despair of, like, "This is so hard, I don't know how I'm gonna make this work," and a lot of people, when they hit that pit of despair, they see their friend and they're driving a Lamborghini and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I need to do what that person is doing." But and then they go and they start that business, and then they start all over again with the entrepreneurial spirit, and then they go back to the pit of despair, and they live the life the same time over and over again. That is the woman in the red dress. The woman in the red dress, like, might look really good, and she's really hot, and she's beautiful, but then you find out, oh, wait, she might have all these STDs, and, like, she actually has this crazy ex-boyfriend, and it's not all fairy tales and rainbows. And that's the other business coming in because you have no idea about all of that. Just stick with your wife. Your wife is there, tried and true. Yes, you might be in a pit of despair, but it gets better.
Okay, I am laughing too hard because that is so true, and I'm wearing red today, guys. No, I'm joking.
Are you the woman in the red dress?
I might be. No, I'm not. That is too funny. Okay, I love that analogy. I've never heard it explained that way, but that is so amazing. So
It's so
stop
true.
chasing the rainbows.
Yeah, just stick with your wife, and if you stick with your wife and you work on the relationship, it will get better and it will get you to a place you couldn't have gone, like by chasing that woman in the red dress.
Yeah, don't chase the woman in the red dress. Please don't.
No.
Okay. All right. So now that we've chased the woman in the red dress and we're all off balance and everything, I really would like to know what your opinion is about balance.
Okay, so I have like my therapist side absolutely hates this because I think balance is very important and I think you need to take care of yourself before you take care of anybody else. Like I always tell clients I'm a human before I'm a therapist and I'm a dog mom before I'm a therapist too. Like if I can't take care of myself and I can't take care of my dog, I can't take care of my clients. But I do think if you want to do something really, really incredible in your life, you have to be unbalanced sometimes
Mhm,
because you have to give every ounce of energy and strength to pull it off. Like if you want to be the best in the world at something, you kind of have to be unbalanced sometimes.
mhm. Yeah. I'm sure putting together the AI model that you put together, you were just so balanced doing that, weren't
I
you?
was not balanced doing
You weren't.
I was not balanced. Like, you might be up until 11 o'clock at night doing these things. You might not be able to talk on the phone or go out on the weekends, but, like, if you want to do something incredible, you have to sacrifice. Pain is the price you pay for the thing you wanna have, and unfortunately, we all have to go through that.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean, talking on the phone and people calling, sometimes we don't have time for that at
No,
all. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
and it sucks, like, we still love those people, we still care about them, but I think when you have a belief and you wanna do something really that's something something no one's ever done before. You have to be unbalanced to pull it off.
Yep. All right. A woman, she's standing on the edge. She's sitting there. She's still working a regular job. And she's like, but I have this pit in my stomach saying, I'm called to do whatever it is. What would you tell her?
I would tell her to be logical and rational about it. I think that a lot of people, and I did this, so this is a reminder to myself. Like, I just jumped right in when I had my idea to create an AI for sex therapy. I just jumped in and I immediately executed, which I think is a really good thing. Like, if you just execute, like, you can get a lot of things done, but you're going to make a lot of expensive mistakes.
Mm,
What I would do is I would put the idea together and I would validate the idea first. Make sure people actually want to buy the thing that you are selling or whatever she wants to do. Talk to the customers, talk to the people that you are going to be selling to, and talk about, like, okay, what do they really want? Do they want something easy? Do they want something that is fast, something cheap, or something of high value? Like, what do they really want? And figure that out and go back to your dream and figure out how that integrates. Because you can help more people if you make more money. And I think that is the hard truth of life, is that, like, like, I used to have this bleeding heart of, like, I want to help everyone. I want to help everyone. But I realized very quickly in this entrepreneurial journey, I can help more people if I actually make more money.
mhm.
So make some money and follow your dream that way. But make sure the idea is validated and people want your stuff.
Great. I love that because some people jump in, they build out everything, they start this whole thing, but nobody wants what they have
Yeah.
and they get frustrated.
Hmm.
And, sometimes if you do that and you're somebody who's done that, okay,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to go in and you have to look at it and say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have to wiggle a little bit
Hmm.
and change my thought
Pivot.
process until I would then go to my clients and say, or not even clients because you don't have any yet. I would go to people and say, okay, I built this thing. What would intrigue you with this? And I'm going to tell you now, you're going to be maneuvering and shifting.
Yeah. You're gonna have to pivot a million times. But, like, those are all, like, learning lessons that are so important, and you sometimes have to execute. That's the other part of it, is that you can't make something so perfect and then never execute it. So there's a fine balance between execution and validation.
Yeah, that word balance
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
came up. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't do that, but I'm lucky enough to be able to work in the space, and also another big thing is make sure you're solving a problem.
Ooh, yes. It's not about you making money. You have to solve that problem. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yeah, that's the whole point of entrepreneurship, is, like, entrepreneurs solve problems. Make
All
sure
right.
you have a good problem to solve.
Another truth bomb. Boom. Okay. So I'm gonna have to start getting some booms for truth bombs or sparkly booms or something. That would be fun. All right. So, what about somebody, and we just talked a little bit about this, but let's go a
Mhm.
little deeper. They're in the middle of a mess. They have a business. They're in the middle of a mess and they're ready to throw in the towel. They're done. Would you tell them?
I don't say this out loud very often, but when things get really hard, I say to myself, "This is the point where most people stop."
Yes.
And that's why I have to keep going.
Mm.
That's where most people stop. Go.
Yep.
And that's why they will not have what I have.
Yep. Amazing. I love that. Thank you.
Of
Keep
course.
going. Don't stop.
Yeah.
Keep going. Push through it. You might have to wiggle.
Yeah. Another one I like to say to myself is, you cannot lose if you do not stop.
Mm.
You cannot lose if you do not stop. These are infinite games that we're playing. These are not like a soccer game that's going to end in 90 minutes. This is a game that we are going to play for the rest of your life. If you never have the intention to stop, you will win.
And you know what? You might have to take little side things. You might have to detour a little bit. Guys,
100%.
yeah, just so you know, I've taken full-time jobs,
Mhm.
but kept what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You stay the course because you believe in you and your vision.
yeah. Oh my god. So true, so many nuggets, so many truth bombs. Stay the course. Right from Vanessa. Let's go back to you and talk a little bit about a sneak peek into what we can see into the future with you.
Mhm.
I mean, come on, you already got the AI. I mean, we would all love to have what you have. So, one, you already have that. You have all these things in place. What else is there?
So I think to make something really great, you have to put a lot of time and a lot of effort in. And I think the AI is great, but I think people, first of all, want an app. So I have been working on creating an app, the UI for an app, and I'm going to have three different features on the app. So it's not just going to be AI, it is going to be the AI. You'll still have the chat and everything able to talk to it. But also, I think that therapists like really hate AI, and I think other people hate AI, and I really wanted this human component to it. So we're also going to do community groups.
Oh,
So like Reddit, think about Reddit like how it's like Reddit sex, Reddit erectile dysfunction. We're going to have those in the app. But so your peers, you can create post and other people can comment on the post, but we're really going to try to make it as a therapeutic group. It's not going to be like therapy because there's a lot of ethics around calling it
right.
group therapy, but we're going to have other sex therapists, myself included, in those groups, like commenting. So you get real sex therapy advice from a certified sex therapist. And then to enhance it a little bit more, we're also going to create a provider directory, so you can be matched up with a sex therapist, a sex counselor, a sex educator, an OBGYN, a pelvic floor therapist. So like talking to the chat and you might have pain during sex. Where do you go? Chat is going to tell you to go to a pelvic floor therapist. Then you can go to your provider map and find a pelvic floor therapist near you.
Okay. All right. Your brain is just like, woo, I love it.
Thank you.
I
I
love
think it needs more. It needs more humanness and also like the ability to access that provider because I think a lot of people don't know where to go. And like, where do I go if I'm having pain during sex? Do I go to a sex therapist? Do I go to my OBGYN? And they're like, no, you have to go to a pelvic floor therapist. But I didn't even know those existed. So, like, creating that and making sure people know where to go and then directing them to that place.
Yeah, because somebody can say it, but, like, where do I find it? And you're gonna
Yes.
supply that. Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wanted to be like the Hims and Hers of sexual wellness. Like Hims and Hers does a great job with like prescription medications,
Mhm.
but I think a lot of things in sexual wellness they need more than a pill. They need personal touch and they need another human. So I think having not just the AI but the human component is going to be amazing.
And, the thing I love about what you're doing is because it is such a tough subject for
Hmm.
people to get out of their own brain to even look up something. It's a
Hmm.
safe place where they can go, and
Yep.
hopefully, I mean, I know it's going to be everywhere because it's something people need and they're afraid to talk about it, period.
I really hope so. I want it to be in the goal would be in everyone's phone in the United States.
Yeah.
Like 50% of the United States has this on their phone, and then they have a place to go when they feel guilt and shame around sex. They don't need to feel like they're alone. They don't need to feel shame when they like, I don't know, fisting. Like, that's not something to feel shame about.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and that's a place I'm so excited for you. Alright, and I'm excited for everybody else because, I mean, people get embarrassed, but
Oh, yeah.
but
Everyone. I usually tell people, like, before I do a session, I say, if you shock me, you get a free session. Like, there is nothing that is going to shock me. And if you do, you get a free session. It is,
I love that, that's really great. Has
yeah,
anybody ever shocked you? Probably not.
no. We
No.
do in our certification. I did a 5-year certification. It took me 5 years to get this certification. It's the most advanced certification. You do a SAR. It's the Sexual Attitudes Reassignment, and basically for 2 full days, you watch every category on Pornhub with other people in the room. You just watch it, and then we talk about it.
Oh, wow.
It was a Sunday morning, and I'm sitting on the couch at 8 a.m. with my dog next to me, and we're watching knife play at 8 a.m. I'm like, okay, this is how it's gonna be.
It is what it is. Alright. So, wait, well, I was gonna ask you to tell me something unexpected because that was a little. Is there anything else you can tell us that would be unexpected
About me or about the work?
about you?
Mm, I don't know what would be unexpected about me. I love making bread. I love sourdough bread. Like, love it.
Okay, how do you do that? Because I really think that I would just mess up the whole thing.
No, if you follow the recipe and you have a good starter, you'll be totally fine. Don't worry. But the first time I made it, it did take 10 years off of my life, so it was quite complicated.
Okay, I'm not doing that then, that's gonna be too long.
It is a process, but I think that's what I like about it is like it's a hard process, but you get something really good at the end. And I love bread. Who doesn't love bread?
I love it. That is too cute. Alright, pump up the volume. Come on, I wanna hear some songs from you.
Favorite song, I love Unstoppable. That is an amazing song. Also Titanium, amazing song. Those are my favorite like sprinting songs when I'm running fast. I'm listening to those songs.
Wow. So you run?
Oh yeah, big runner.
Wow, do you do marathons or
Yeah.
you do?
Yeah.
Wow. So do you run right in the morning or when do you run usually?
I actually run in the middle of the day. So I will see clients. I start at usually 8 and I'll see clients like 4 or 5 clients in the morning and then I'll have like a 2-hour break or 1 hour for lunch and I'll run in the middle and I come back and I feel so refreshed because it's like a mental cleanse.
Do you run outside or on a treadmill?
Okay, currently in Miami, it's 90 some degrees every day and the UV index is like a 13. So I'm running on the treadmill currently.
Okay, thank you. I knew you where you were and I was like, okay, there is no way she is running out in that heat.
Well, you would be surprised. I used to, but my coach has made me go back inside
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
can't get quality work out there. It's just too hot.
It's humid. It's just too hot. It's everything about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like here. I mean, come on. We're up to like 106, 108 sometimes. I mean, it's hot.
And the humidity kills you.
Oh God, so much.
Yeah.
So
Me
guys,
too.
we both live around the Gulf. So there you go. She's on the other side though, right?
Yeah.
Or you're on the Atlantic side. Yeah. We live by the water. How about that? All
Yeah.
right. Tell me about books you love.
So books that I love for business, there is an incredible entrepreneur who has provided so much free value to all of us. His name is Alex Hormozy. He wrote $100 million offers, $100 million leads, and now $100 million money models. And he literally lays out in his books, and I love his books because they're written in a third grade reading level, so every single person can understand them. There are photos, and you can understand pretty huge concepts like LTV, lifetime value of a customer, very easily. And he tells you how to acquire customers, how to find those customers, and then how to make the most money on those customers. That
Oh
is his
wow.
latest book. So I love those books, and he gives them away one for free. They're all on his podcast and he reads them out loud and they're free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, going to follow him.
Yeah, he's
All
great.
right. All right. Quote or quotes.
One of my favorite quotes is that's the thing about adversity. It will buy you a ticket to a place you couldn't have gone any other way.
Oh, oh, okay. That is amazing. All right, that's something to ponder.
Yeah.
Okay.
The UVA basketball coach said it after we lost. I think it was the biggest upset in the college basketball history. We lost, we were the favorite to win, and we lost in the first round. And then we came back the next year and won the whole thing. So it just shows.
Boom. There it is. All right. This is gonna be fun with you. A superpower for 24 hours, just one day. What would it be and what would you do?
That's such a good question. Maybe flying? I know that sounds so weird. I feel
Oh,
like mind reading, I can almost do it because I have gotten so good at my job, I kind of know what people are thinking and feeling. So I wouldn't say mind reading is one of them, but I would say flying because I love traveling and I would love to see the world just like from above and not have to be like crammed in economy next to a child screaming. So I'd probably fly over to Australia and see the Whit Sundays in Australia.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
so nice. All right,
Yeah.
flying.
Or extreme intelligence to make dogs live forever.
Oh, that would be even cooler. I'm
That would be
sorry.
way no, that's the superpower. Extreme intelligence to make dogs live forever and cure cancer. Just for a day.
Okay, you've just topped everybody else now. All right. Now, motivation. Okay, we sometimes we all run on empty and we already know you run, we already know you bake. All right. So the question is there something else that you could do that motivates you?
I think it's just consistency. Like motivation like fades in and out. You know, you're not always motivated to do the things that you need to do. It's just doing what is necessary. I think a big motivation was I think for a long time in my life I didn't feel like I was ever enough. And like I my dad he has such he's a genius. And I think if I didn't go to Harvard, I wasn't enough. And I mean, he said that. Like, I went to Johns Hopkins, and he would call it a school in Baltimore. So I think I grew up in a environment where I never felt like I was enough. So I think now I do a lot of things, and I don't feel like I'm not enough anymore. But I'm happy, but I'm not satisfied. Like I want more. I'm like hungry to have it. I don't know. Might sound weird.
No, it doesn't. Oh my god, you went to Hopkins and oh my god, that is amazing.
My dad called it a school in Baltimore because it wasn't Harvard.
What is the best way for our audience to stay connected with you?
So you can follow me on Instagram. I have 2 Instagrams. I have Sex Therapy Pro and I have Cushing Counseling. Follow me on Instagram, send me a message. I will respond. I also have TikTok. And then if you would like to have a free subscription on Sex Therapy Pro, please message me or email me on my website, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, and just let me know. And the only thing I will ask of you is for feedback because that is the most important thing I can get.
Yay. So guys, take advantage of that. So you can have a free session on there, right? Oh my
Mhm.
god, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
I'll give you a free subscription for a month.
Oh
Just
my
let
god.
me know what you think.
Do you mind leaving us with some parting words that you feel we should all know?
I think just don't stop. Just keep you cannot lose if you do not stop. It will be hard. It will be the hardest thing you've ever done, but there is nothing in this world that is so good that has come easy. So do not stop and know that pain is the price that you pay for the thing that you want.
Vanessa, you are the bomb.com,
Thank
but
you.
we already know that. But
Thank you, Angel.
so thank you for being on here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.